News, Don and Dave.
This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gon' make it, but at the end of the day this'll be the Panthers nation. You know this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gon' do, we gotta
Yo, what's good, people? What's good, Dave? Mic check, what's poppin'?
What's up, man?
I like the energy in the building. We got the chat cats in here early this week. Last week y'all was a little late. Y'all was a little late coming to the show, so I appreciate y'all being on time this week because it's cracking. It's cracking this week. I'm loving the energy, Dave. What's good? How was your weekend, bro?
It was good, man. I had an interesting week too because I went to A&T to go recruit.
Aggie Pride.
Yeah, man. I went to A&T to recruit this week. I had to go fight some stiff competition, but I got some offers out. We got some offers out the door.
Nice.
We got some offers out the door, and I got to go see. I went to go see Jay Electronica, man.
Nice.
Because he never tours.
Yeah, that ain't my game. That ain't up my alley, Dave. That's all you, B. Jay Electronica's all you.
The one thing I will say is this: he never has to release an album, yo. His fan base is ridiculous. I've come to that conclusion.
Well, I'm not one of them, Dave. So
I know you're not. I know you're not.
But
his fan base is ridiculous.
You can have
it. He's ridiculous too. Yeah, he's alive. He exists. He sold out the venue, and he's got a crazy fan base. So he doesn't come out with a record. They don't care about it anymore.
But that's what's up, man. I'm glad you had a good week. I'm good, man. All is well. Dave and I were just having a good conversation about taxes before we almost got started a little bit late because we were talking about taxes. I just filed my taxes like 30 minutes ago, so I'm glad that's out the way. Shout out. I know Trump changed all the laws and all that, but I'm just telling y'all, giving y'all a good piece of advice, okay? If you haven't, you find yourself owing taxes, just find a way to get you some rental properties, okay? And you will be just fine. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. Get you some rental properties, and you're gonna be just fine. That's all I gotta say. All right. So shout out to everybody doing their taxes. Hope everybody get something back and stimulate the economy. You know what I'm talking about? So Dave, it's a lot to talk about. So we need to jump right into it, Dave. Let's
shout out to the Apollos, man.
Oh man, you think I wasn't gonna ride? You think I wasn't gonna ride with the Apollos, fam? Yo, I told y'all the Apollos was rocking. Don't try to get on the bandwagon now, Dave. Don't try to get on the band. It's too late, yo. It's too late.
Listen,
it's too late.
I thought I saw Cam Newton out there, yo.
Yo, it's too late, fam. It's too late.
Yo, Garrett Gilbert out there.
Yo, he's slanging that joint, yo. I told y'all, man. All I needed to see was the first week, man. My boy balling, fam. We gonna call him back, yo. Hey, big head. What's good, bro? Well, come on back.
If he playing like that, dog, I saw him juke the crap out of somebody for 20 yards, yo.
yo, Noli, stupid. Yo, hold up, just for you, yo. For the Apollos. Yo, that's funny. That's funny, yo. We not disrespecting Garrett Gilbert on this podcast ever again, yo, because he's slanging that thing, yo. He's slanging that thing.
Gilbert out there.
Yo, that's funny, man. I told y'all about the Apollos, man. I told y'all, yo. We rocking undefeated season off the rip. Yeah, we nice, yo. We nice. But all right, let's just jump into it. We got a lot of news to cover, man. I ain't trying to get derailed here. It's too early, Dave. It's too early to get derailed, Dave. So let's jump into it. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, Dave.
Surgical summer with it. Snip, snip, snip.
You thought we forgot? Yo, you thought we forgot? Yo, Pusha T still lives, B. Pusha T still lives. All right. So Captain Munderland, Dave. I think Captain Munderland got cut today. He was notified that he's out of here. Steve Spurrier is the Apollo's coach, I believe. And so with Captain Munderland getting cut, we saved $2 million. What's your thoughts on that day? What is your opinion on good old Cap getting out of here, yo? Is it that tough for you?
No, it's just I'm not shocked by it. I'm thinking about the draft.
What about it?
So I'm wondering, do they think Cockrell's going to be back?
Cockrell? I doubt it. We don't need Cockrell.
Well, my point is, all right, if we don't need Cockrell, then maybe we're not have to draft a corner then.
Yeah, I'm okay with drafting a corner. I have no.
I'm saying we don't have to. Is what I'm saying.
No, I think
you're telling me that we're cutting captain, and we don't care about Cockrell. We good with our Cockrell. Then we don't need to draft a corner.
Nah, but I'm saying Cockrell's not he's coming off a broken leg, fam. Like, we can't expect that man to come back. It's time to get younger. It's time to get faster. And there's too many good cornerbacks in this draft to worry about Ross Cockrell or anybody else. This cornerback class is really good and it's deep. So I'm not worried about, even if we have to draft one in the 4th round, there's gonna be one there, okay? So I'm not tripping on having to get rid of captain or worrying about Cockrell. We good on that. So, and then it's still free agency. It's still early, but I'm good.
We got free agency.
I'm good, man. I'm cool. Yo, I'm cool. I'm cool with letting Cap walk. It saves us $2 million. I think right now that puts us at about $17 million. None of us should be surprised by this. He was on the list that we spoke about earlier when we did this a long time ago. He was on that list for good reason. I mean, he wasn't very good. He hadn't been very good since he got back. He had a little hissy fit when he walked out of practice that time. I think that was this was not this past year, but the year before last. He was mad about his playing time. He wasn't, shout out to captain, but he was just a piece. I don't think he was something we needed to build around. So I'm okay with letting him go. What I think this does is it allows us to slide Dante in, move Dante Jackson into the nickel, and we could potentially draft somebody outside, another cornerback, and we'll talk about those options that are available. But I'm 100% okay with this. I have no problem. Obviously there is some attention being paid to the secondary, and it's due time. It's due time for us to start taking care of the secondary. So I like it. I'm a fan. Herney's moving and grooving out in these streets. Y'all thought he was just chilling. Samson Sasquatch is a good point. Why he wasn't a June 1? That's a good question. I mean, with sometimes you want to go ahead and the rationale behind that is sometimes you want to go ahead and eat your dead money as quick as possible, because what a June 1 cut does is, yes, it gives you an immediate cap relief, but it also spreads that dead money into 2 years. So you're pushing dead money into the next year, and maybe he just wants to get rid of the debt, just clean the contract, let it go, and start fresh in 2020 with no additional dead money. So that could be the rationale behind it. I think it's only $1 million difference by cutting him now and then just wiping the books. So it's not like we're saving that much more money by doing a June 1 cut. This isn't Matt Khalil's contract. You know what I'm saying? Matt Khalil's contract, there's a big difference in a June 1 versus a regular cut. So that's the reason behind that. So it's not much. It's only $1 million difference if we cut him now or June 1 cut. So that being said, that's enough about Cap. He's out of here. And I'm happy to see us. We're moving. We're getting younger. And that being said, speaking of younger, Mike Adams is out of here. Old man, Pops. Mike Adams, he wasn't under contract, but we just decided not to re-sign him. So we're moving on from Mike Adams, which is also good. Gives us some. I know Galden was pretty happy about that. He tweeted it, and I think either one or two things has happened. The staff has told Galden, hey, you're gonna be our starting free safety, or because he seems pretty excited about it, or they have some plans in the back end to draft somebody, which is also something we can look at, because there's some nice free safety targets, or safety targets in general. You know what I'm saying? So, but Dave? You got any thoughts on Mike Adams?
Pops was good, man. He had a veteran presence. I couldn't be too mad about it. But this shows that they're trying to get younger across the board on defense. So they want to get younger and faster. So we're gonna see what happens. But we're gonna also see what Galden's gonna do if they do decide to draft for safety early.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed. But I mean, I'm not saying that that's what they should do. I'm just saying, they've decided to move on from Mike Adams. So Galden seems excited about it. Obviously, there's an opportunity for him, but I'm pretty sure they spoke to him too, let him go and told him something. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're gonna give him the job. I'm just saying that obviously he has a bug in his ear about something. So obviously there's still free agency, there's still the draft. Long way to go, but I think Mike Adams was solid, but our defense looks sluggish out there. Sluggish.
Said it best. Tepper told Hurney the defense was too old.
Yeah, I mean it's facts. Look at it. You got rid of Peppers, or not got rid of Peppers. Peppers retired. They kind of I bet they pushed him out the door, but Peppers retired. You got TD out of here. You got Mike Adams out of here, and you got Captain Munnerlyn out of here. All those dudes is 30 plus, like plus. Like Mike Adams is 30 plus. And Peppers was 30 plus. And TD
all these pluses like for the number.
TD was 30 plus. And Captain Munnerlyn was 30. So you getting rid of these old dudes, and it's time to get younger. It's time to get faster. And this is going to improve the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I like it. I'm happy with the moves. Okay. So that's those two. And then we also made some moves. We signed. We got rid of some people and we added some people. So Damian Parms, he's a safety who got hurt last year in the preseason. Re-signed him to a 1-year deal. He was a exclusive rights free agent, so we got him back in the building. Nice little practice squad / camp body that I don't anticipate doing anything in the long term, hence the 1-year deal. So I'm okay with this. Any thoughts on Parms? Dave, you think he's gonna push to make the roster?
The preseason game.
You don't think he's gonna push to make the roster, Dave?
Huh?
You don't think he's gonna push to make the roster?
Yeah, I think he got a shot to make the roster.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gonna be dependent on what we do in free agency in the draft, but
still a long way to go.
In our safety position, he got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think the only two I gotta look at the I haven't looked at the roster thing. What I did, but right now I think it's Galden, Eric Reed, and it's some scrubs after that. So shout out to Parms. Good for him. Next up, we had Elijah Hood, former UNC guy, Charlotte native. He's a running back. So now we have somebody behind McCaffrey, at least temporarily. He was also out in the preseason, and he got he's a banger. Pause. He's a bigger running back, which is what we need. I think he's going to get a legit opportunity to make the roster. I think it puts us. I mean, it's a 1-year deal, but I think it helps us not have to reach or make any drastic moves in the draft or free agency as far as running backs concerned. We have our guy and Christian McCaffrey, and I think he can. I think Hood has a strong chance to make the roster.
It's not a strong chance. He's gonna make the roster.
Well, I think it depends what we do. It's still free agency day. You still got free agency. You still got the draft.
Yeah, but we're not gonna look.
Things
man,
could happen.
If we go out there and we pick up somebody, and we pay a lot at the position, it tells him to hurry and learn his lessons from that standpoint. I think if we're gonna pick somebody up in the free agency, we're not gonna spend that much money. It's gonna be super cheap.
Oh yeah, same thing with some of what we did with CJ. I don't know. We're not gonna sign nobody big. But yeah, for sure. I think it's this year's running back class. There's a couple guys I would take a look at, but it's nothing special. Like last year's running back draft class was special. It was really special, and I thought we should have drafted one then, but we didn't. So this year, it's not as good. The draft classes as far as running backs goes, and could we draft one? Yeah. But I don't.
My thing is, I don't see us picking one up in free agency and drafting one. Right.
It's possible. I mean, I could see that. I could see it because I mean, right now, obviously, we know
you have 4.
Yeah, I mean, we have 4 last year, except with the exception of your boy Fozzie. Fozzie got hurt, and then we ended up with 3. I'm pretty sure he would have made a push to make the roster because they like him. But yeah, right now we got McCaffrey and Hood, so I can see us drafting somebody late or picking somebody in the undrafted free agent market. But yeah, man, that I think we could do that. I don't know. I just know this: I'm comfortable with McCaffrey, and that's facts. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, I'm good with McCaffrey. I just would like to have a change of pace, and I think Elijah Hood is that change of pace back. He could be that guy. And I'd like to potentially add somebody else. That's all I'm saying. All right, that's all I got with the moves. Anything else to add with the moves, Dave?
Nah, I'm good with them so far.
All right. So next up, we're gonna move into my top 5 position rankings. This is pre-combine. All right. So my top 5 guys in each position. All right. So y'all can debate. We can talk about it. These are my top 5 guys. Okay. For each position. All right. Oh no, I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping, Dave. Skipper. I forgot about Skipper, dog. He retired. Coach Skipper retired. I'm tripping. We were just talking about running backs too. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. He retired, but I think super underrated aspect to because he's been around forever. And he's coached all of our running back greats. So I think very, very underrated aspect to our run game, man. And I don't know how they're gonna replace. I think they did replace him. I'm not sure who. If y'all know, let me know. But Skipper is nice. And I'm sad to see him go. Hopefully it doesn't affect our run game too much. Any more thoughts on Skipper, Dave?
A legend right there, man.
Facts.
He made a lot of running back stars.
That's facts.
Got a lot of them paid too.
That's facts.
I'm looking at you, D'Angelo Williams.
That's facts.
Jonathan Stewart.
Facts. I'm tripping.
A lot of y'all paid.
I'm tripping, but shout out to Skipper. Oh yeah, the Bama dude. That's right, the Bama dude. I'm tripping. All right, so shout out to the Bama dude. We'll see how that goes. I don't got much to offer as far as that goes. That being said, let's move on because I'm ready to move on to these top 5 because I think it's gonna be some nice debate in some of these joints because I'm going off of this is my rankings. Okay, I've done a lot of video, a lot of scouting, but these are my guys. Okay, let's start with the quarterbacks. Let's get it cracking, man. This time is don't you smell it? The combine is about to happen next week. And it's about to be draft time, man. So let's get it cracking, okay? Let's get it cracking. These are my top 5 quarterbacks. You can see Haskins is my number 1 quarterback. Kyler Murray, number 2. Drew Lock, number 3. My boy Daniel Jones, number 4. And Will Greer out of 5. Is there any debate? Is there any debate on my quarterbacks. Dave, I know you don't watch a lot of college football. You got any thoughts here?
Everybody keeps hyping this Kyler Murray kid. I know he had a choice to play this football or baseball, and he decided that he's going to do NFL, which is interesting. Because he probably could have had the long money in baseball. But I don't see us drafting him. Well, we could draft a quarterback late, but
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm just putting this. I know we're not looking for a quarterback, but I'm still looking at them. They still must get their just due. I like Kyler. I don't know about his height though. He could have some issues.
Yeah, he's a shorter quarterback.
He
right?
could. Yeah, he could have some issues. He come in at that combine super short.
He's taller than Drew Brees.
I think Brees is 5'9", right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he. I don't know, bro. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think Finley. I think Finley. I almost had Finley in there. But I like Greer though. I do like Greer. All right. So this is my quarterbacks. Any thoughts on my quarterbacks? Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I don't like this class necessarily. I do think that that obviously every year somebody's gonna reach for some quarterbacks, and hopefully 3 of these dudes go in the top 15, allowing us to get some good talent at number 16. So I'm hoping.
I can see 2 go for sure.
Yeah, I hope too. Fam, Jason Tamu is trash. Okay, that dude is trash, and we actually interviewed him, and he is trash. Okay, he's trash. All right, so but those are my quarterbacks. I ain't gonna harp too much on them because I think it's gonna be some discussion on other. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the quarterbacks. But somebody need to come get these quarterbacks so we can land some nice talent at number 16. But it happens every year, so we'll see what happens. So these are my running backs: Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, Dave Montgomery, Singletary, and Benny Snell. My top 5 running backs. I mean, this running back class is not. I mean, you got Jacobs, who is nice. I like David Montgomery a lot. I do like Benny Snell. But outside of that, man, my boy Ziggy, you could probably get him late. He's in my top 10 for sure. But I'm good, man. I'm kind of good. I'm cool on these running backs. Like I don't really want any of them. But if I had to, I'd take one late. But my boy Ziggy's definitely in there.
So where do they have Josh Jacobs? Where do they think that he's gonna get drafted? Are we gonna have any first round running backs this year?
I doubt it. But I've seen Jacobs going in the first in a couple drafts. But I'm not that overly impressed with any of these dudes. Like for real, not like last year. I like Holyfield. Holyfield is in the top 10. But he's not. He didn't make my 5. Man. I like Benny Snell. I like his running style. But yeah, I do agree. Jacobs is gonna go first. But outside of that, ain't really much there. Last year's class was a beast. Last year was a problem. Okay, last year was a problem. We should have got one last year, but we didn't. So it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So these are my running backs. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these running backs because I don't think we in the market for one really like that. And if we do, we'll get one late, and it's all good. We're probably not gonna get none of these cats. It'd be interesting if we do, but I don't think we will. So that being said, let's move on to the wide receivers. So wide receivers, my boy DK is a specimen. Okay, this dude is a specimen, my G. He's a specimen, dog. Like if this dude runs a sub 440, sub 4.4, it's over, yo. It's over. This dude's gonna be a beast. Okay, and he's young too. He's still young. But I do like DK. Stu said, what about the fullbacks? Yo, fullbacks ain't getting no love on this joint. Sorry.
7th round pick, man.
Yeah. No fullbacks. But these are my top five. I like Kelvin Harmon, excuse me. I like Marquise. I like AJ and I like Riley. Arcega, I do like Arcega. He's in the top. He's in the top like 7 for sure. He almost made it. He almost made it. I almost put him in there. I almost put him in there, but I couldn't. I like Riley Ridley. I think Riley Ridley super underrated just because he played with trash, as a trash system. Didn't really fit his skill set. So I think he's super underrated. I think he's super underrated. Don't sleep. But I like DK though. DK is my guy. DK is the guy, yo. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a beast. He's sitting there at 14, Dave, and he there.
16.
16. Excuse me. Sitting at 16 and DK there, Dave. Think to pull the trigger, bruh?
You're gonna have to.
Nah, man.
There's no way he's gonna be there.
Nah, he ain't. I don't know, man. DK is a beast though.
No way he's there at 16.
He's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
He plays like what, 230?
Yeah, he's a specimen.
6'4", 6'5".
He's a specimen. Specimen, dog.
Dog, if he runs a sub 4.4, there's no way he falls out of the
specimen, dog. Somebody gonna reach. Somebody gonna reach and take him. So he I don't think he's gonna be there.
Somebody gonna take him top 5. You watch.
Yeah, somebody might. If he's that, I'm telling you, if he runs that fast, it's over, yo. He's a beast. But I do like DK a lot, and his film, he's still young. I mean, I think he was only I think he's a redshirt sophomore. So he's still young. He's still got time to learn, and his quarterback was complete trash. Okay, this dude that system had 3 potential top 2-round picks. He had 3 of them, bruh, on the same team. And I don't understand how that system, and they had one of the top tackles. I don't understand how that system or how Ole Miss was trash. I'll never get that. I'll never understand. I mean, he's trash. Yeah, the quarterback was trash, but like I don't understand. Man. They had so much talent.
SEC, dude.
Yeah, it's sad. They had a lot of talent, bro. They had a lot of talent.
They were in the top 25 though during the season, wasn't they?
Say what?
They were in the top 25 for a stint.
Ole Miss?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They may have been. I don't know. But they didn't last long if they did. But they are trash. Okay? Trash. All right. So, that being said, let's move on. Let's move on to tight ends. I mean, tight end game is pretty top heavy. Obviously, the 2 cats from Iowa and your boy from Alabama, Irv Smith. Outside of that, man, you get past those 3, it's kind of a crapshoot. But I like the top 3. I think 2 of these cats could potentially go in the first round, which is crazy, and they're from the same school. That's wild.
Serious?
Yeah, that's wild. It's wild. They're that good too. Hockenson is good. Legit good, like that good. Somebody's gonna get a beast. Okay, somebody's gonna get a beast in Hockenson and Noah Fant and Irv Smith. I like those 3 guys for sure. For sure.
You don't want to take you. I mean, I don't think we got no tight end in the first round.
Don't take nothing off the table, Dave.
Dude,
anything is possible, dog. Anything is possible.
Hockenson.
He's a beast, bro.
Are they saying he's going top 15, top 20?
Probably top 20 for sure. He's a beast, man. Don't sleep, dog. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. I made a typo. Jace, his first name, Jace Sternberger. I apologize for if there are any typos and you notice them. I apologize. I was throwing these together super quick. Okay, super fast. I was in a rush getting these done. So these are my tight ends. I don't think there's too much debate here. So I'm gonna let that rock with the tight ends. All right, let's move on to offensive linemen in general. A lot of these guys are gonna be tackles, for sure. Just because, or a lot of them gonna be tackles, but they could be versatile. This is why Jawan Taylor is my top offensive lineman. I just think he's a beast where he is. And then
I heard about what happened with him.
Yeah, I heard about. Yeah, he could. I think what was it? He's hurt. He had some kind of hamstring injury. Yeah, so
in the combine.
Yeah, exactly. So, still my top guy. Okay, Jonah is number 2. Jonah's number 2, and I kept him there. I kept him there because of the versatility factor, and he excelled at left tackle. He played right tackle too, and he could probably slide in the guard. Don't let these draft analysts try to get you with the whole short arm talk. This kid's a baller, okay? This kid's a baller. Don't sleep on Jonah. They trying to kill his stock so somebody can get a steal. I see what they doing, dog. I see what y'all doing. Cody's nice. I like Cody too. I have Jonah above him, partially because I'm a little worried about the Kyler Murray factor. The mobile quarterback thing kind of got me a little bit. He's still good. I'm not taking that, and he's versatile. He can slide in the guard too. So I'm not taking anything away from Cody. But Jonah's a dog. They're both dogs, but I got Jonah the slight edge on Cody for right now. Until some of these measurements come back, till some of these combine numbers come back, which we'll talk about a little bit later. I'm sticking with Jonah for right now. And Yadney, people is sleeping on Yadney, the real left tackle in the game. A lot of these guys are right. Joanna's a right tackle. Jonah's a left tackle, can do it all. But Yadney, I think, is probably the most technically sound left tackle in the top half of the offensive lineman. I think he's up there. I think people are really sleeping on him. And Dillard, my boy Dillard, he's nice too. No hating on Dillard. No hating on Dillard. A little. I like, man. When I did the film review on Greg Little, man, I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it. I didn't see it with Greg. I didn't see it with Greg, and he got a lot of hype around him. I just didn't believe the hype, man. Maybe after the combine, it'll kind of hypen up a little bit, but I don't know, man.
Jawan, if he falls to 16, he's definitely the pick.
Oh man, yeah. If he falls to 16, I'm taking him in a heartbeat. I gotta be honest with you. The top 3 dudes, I would feel comfortable with at 16. Yadney, you can probably get a little bit later. But the top 3 dudes are all in play at 16. I'm pretty sure I would probably say Cody, Jonah are probably gonna be gone. I think they might all be gone by 16 potentially. But I would feel comfortable with any three of those dudes at 16. To be honest with you, Yadney at 16 is a bit high. I think you can get him later. And Dillard, I think you could. I think Dillard's probably gonna go a little. Dillard might go in that 20 range, so he'll probably be there too. But I'd feel comfortable with any 3 of those dudes, top 3 guys at 16. So, any debate there? No.
No.
All right.
I'm there because I'm just I'm thinking about 16 is probably a good spot to try to get offensive tackle if the right guy's sitting there. But I'm concerned that I think they're gonna come out. I think this is gonna be one of those positions where they're probably gonna come after him because it sounds like it's a pretty top heavy position too.
Yeah, it's top heavy. There's some guys late, but I think it all hinges on what we're gonna do with Daryl. Because if Daryl goes out, tests the market, gets signed by somebody else, and we don't re-sign, even if we re-sign Chris Clark, I think he'd be a good backup. It's time we solidify the offensive line and go ahead and if one of those 3 dudes are there and they test good at combine and it matches with the film, I would feel 100% okay with taking one of those 3 dudes at 16 and just locking it up. And it'll be done. But I don't know. We'll see. It's still a long way to go. This is pre-combine, okay? Pre-combine. This is early, so I have the right to adjust my rankings after, and will adjust my rankings after. But we'll talk about that later, okay? So let's move on to the defensive side of the ball here. Interior defensive lineman, Quinnen is the boss. He's on a whole nother level. Ed Oliver is intriguing because even though he's a lighter guy, I didn't see it in the film. I'm be honest with y'all. Ed Oliver is supremely overrated to me. But what makes it very interesting is that this dude is actually going to do defensive back drills at the combine, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, which is kind of crazy. All right, that's kind of crazy.
So at that point, he's an athlete.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of crazy with Ed Oliver. It's gonna be very intriguing. He's got a lot of hype around him. I'm not a believer in the hype. It didn't translate to the film to me. I didn't see it.
But the thing is, this is interior lineman, right?
Interior.
So if this dude runs decent times and have defensive back type numbers, and he runs those drills well, he could be the first one taken off the draft.
Yeah.
Because man, scouts love their athletes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So Ed Oliver is intriguing, but I didn't see it on the film. I gotta be honest. I didn't see it. I didn't see it on the film. All right. Christian Wilkins, obviously, Clemson's a beast. Rashawn Gary, I'm not sold on Rashawn Gary. I think he's overrated. A lot of people are y'all saying it in the chat that he's overrated. I agree. Trust me, I didn't want to put him there, but due to Jeffrey Simmons ACL and all that, I still put Jeff Simmons in the top 5. And I'm telling y'all right now, if Jeff Simmons there in the second round, I'm taking him. He's a beast, a game changer. It won't be available this year. It looks like he's ACL's done until 2020, but he's a beast. Okay, game changer. And if you watch his film, you'll know why. Okay, you will know why. Just trust me on that. Jeff Simmons is a monster. And he would be right up there with Quentin Williams, right behind him, and he would be number 2 if he was healthy. Potentially number 1. It's debatable. Quentin Williams is a beast though. Let me not do that. I got in the moment. All right, he's not better than Quentin Williams. Jeff Simmons is number 2. All right. So that being said, he would have been number 2 if he was healthy. So I think we kind of agree there. But let's roll with defensive. This is edge rushers. Okay, edge rushers. I don't think there's too much of debate there. The only thing I probably would change. I was on the fence with this. I was on the fence with Burns and Ja'Kai Polite. I like Burns, but as a Florida State fan, I've seen Burns disappear in games, but I've seen him take over games. So I know a lot about Burns, and so I kind of judged him a little bit harder than I would these other guys. So that's why I put he is at 6, right behind Ja'Kai Polite. So. I'm on the fence there. It could change with the combine, or probably will change. But these are my edge rushers. It's scheme doesn't matter. 3-4, 4-3 guys. Those are my guys. So you're saying Sweat's overrated. Noli's saying Sweat is overrated and Polite's overrated. So who would you put in those 2 spots? So who would you put in 4 and 5 if those 2 guys are overrated? That's what I want to know. Who you putting there? Because I highly doubt you gonna find 2 dudes better than that.
All these are probably first rounders too.
Yeah, most likely all these guys go in the first round. I want to know who you putting in those 2 spots. That's better than those 2 guys. Because I don't think you're gonna do it.
Texas dude.
I put actually in my rankings I put Zach Allen with the interior guys. I think he's gonna fit there a little bit better. And Polite ain't garbage, fam. He's just smaller. No, Zach Allen. I put Zach Allen with the interior guys on my rankings. I think he's gonna fit there a little bit better. All right. So I put those 2. That was my rankings. We can move on. I think there's a little debate here. Amenahue is in my top 10. I think he was number 9.
Bosa is gonna be. He's the first overall pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bosa's nice. I got a film review with Bosa that I haven't posted yet. It's in the clip. I should have posted a long time ago, but I haven't posted. I need to post that, John.
Yeah, Bosa's gonna probably be first.
Again, these are scheme independent. Okay, it's 3-4, 4-3. It's just edge rusher. Okay, it's just edge rusher. It doesn't matter what scheme it is.
It doesn't matter what scheme it is.
But I think Bosa said he was healthy. I thought that said he was gonna participate in all of the all of the drills and all that stuff at the combine. So that's what's up there. So I'm rolling with those are my top 5 edge rushers. You can debate me there. I doubt you're gonna find it. The only one I can see switching out is Burns for Polite. I think Sweat. I think my top 4 are pretty firm. Yeah, I got to get to the quarterbacks too. I'm gonna do one. I'll get there too. All right, so let's move on to linebackers. Again, this is scheme independent. Outside linebackers, 3-4, 4-3. Interior linebackers, it's all the same. Graded on one scale. Okay. Devin White's obviously the triple OG right there. Nobody's better than him. You get to Mac Wilson, Devin Bush, Trey Lamar, and Bosain Joseph. All those guys. I don't think there's much debate around those. Y'all let me know if y'all got somebody else there in the linebacker area. I don't think there's too much debate there.
Yeah, because Devin, if he's at 16, man, what he
Yep,
be?
that's what I got for right now. I got that for right now. It could change. It could change. Okay, just relax. This is what I got for right now from what I see. All right, I could be wrong. All right, I could be wrong. Y'all. This is what this is about. It's about conversation. Let's open up the conversation. Let's talk about it. Maybe y'all can walk me off the ledge, but this is what I got right now. All right. Who's not gonna be there, Larry? You talking about Devin?
You talking about Devin? He probably won't be there.
Devin.
At 16.
Yeah. No, Devin White not gonna be. No, for sure he's not gonna be there. I doubt he's gonna be there at 16. I don't see how the Bucks could. I was talking to Larry yesterday about Devin White and how they should take him because they getting rid of. They talking about re-signing Quan Alexander. So I don't think he's falling. Devin ain't. I don't think he's falling either. But those are my linebackers. I'm gonna move on because I think the real debate is gonna be coming right here. All right. Here, I think this is where it's gonna get ugly in my next 2 slides with the cornerbacks and safeties. All right. I think Byron Murphy is the top cornerback. I know some of y'all gonna debate me and say Greedy, Baker. I'm rolling with Byron, man. Y'all gotta look at the film, my G. Look at the film. Byron Murphy's that guy, man. I'm telling you. Byron is the guy.
Most folks got Greedy. Most folks got Greedy as a top corner, right?
I'm rolling with Byron, dog. I'm rolling with Byron, my G. I'm rolling with Byron, man. I'm rolling with Byron. He's too nice, man. He's too nice. He's aggressive. I love him, man. I'm loving Byron. Okay. Greedy's cool. But Byron he's there. Run game. Overall, he's just a good player. Okay. He's a good player. And everybody that comes out, we keep talking about the Pac-12 ain't that. All right, blah blah blah. But everybody that comes out of the SEC ain't great either. Let's relax, okay? Let's relax. Everybody that comes out of the SEC ain't great, okay? Just because you come from the SEC don't make you automatically that good, okay? If you tell me Greedy, if you have Greedy over Byron, I'm not gonna argue with you because I think they're both very good. I personally like Byron Murphy better. I think Greedy because of his size. You can argue. You can win the argument. I wouldn't disagree with you if you said Greedy was better. I wouldn't disagree with you if you said DeAndre Baker was better. But this is my rankings, okay? And these are my guys. And Jawan, y'all sleeping on Jawan, okay? Jawan's mom actually she commented on my film review video, so that's why he's at number 4. I had a little bit of convincing. Because Jawan Williams' mom commented on my video. He jumped into the top 5. Nah, in all seriousness, he is that good. Don't sleep on Jawan. He's a beast. All right.
So his mom came into the video and was like,
yeah. His mom commented on my Jawan Williams video. She said that's my son because I asked a question. I was like, who is number 6? And she answered who number 6 was, and she said Jawan was my son. So I told her congrats, he's a great player. I hope he plays for the Panthers. She said thanks. It's cool.
What's up?
It was cool. He is good though. I really do like him. I really do. I think people are sleeping on Jawan, for sure, for sure. But I'm telling y'all, Byron Murphy's a beast. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on Byron, man. I'm gonna wait for y'all to catch up, and y'all gonna see why. He's a beast. All right. So let's move on. Safeties. I know I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this one. All right. Safeties. Safeties. All right.
So wait. Before we go to safety.
All right.
So everybody, like they said that there's some folks do have Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy is the top corner.
Yeah. Because they're smart.
Do you think he could be there at 16?
Byron? I doubt. Yeah. I doubt it. I doubt it's one or the other. I think a lot of people may take Greedy because of his size. And if Byron Murphy is there at 16, I'm turning that card in fast as hell. I don't think I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say because the quarterbacks. It depends on the quarterbacks.
So what about Greedy? What if Greedy's there at 16?
I like Greedy too. I like Greedy and by the top three guys I take at 16. Top 3 guys I take at 16. Okay. And I like Byron Murphy if he was there, preferably.
I'm cool with taking a corner in the first round. I'm not as cool taking a safety in the first round.
Oh nah, no safety. No safety first round. No safety first round. Alright. I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this one, right? Alright, let's move on to the next one. Safety. Here are my safeties. Taylor Rapp. Don't sleep on Taylor Rapp, fam. He's a beast. Jonathan Abram, number 2. CGJ, number 3. Adderley, number 4. Thornhill, number 5. These are my guys. Don't sleep on Jonathan Abram, yo. He is an all-around, and this is a mix of free and strong. All right, I like Taylor Rapp because I think he's super versatile. Both Jonathan Abram and Taylor Rapp are both super versatile. Don't get caught just because they play near the box a lot. Don't get caught in that because they both show that they can cover. So I like Jonathan Abram a lot. I really like Abram. Okay, I really like Abram, and I really like Rapp. I would not be mad if any of these 5 dudes ended up on our roster at some point, but I really like Rapp, and I think I lost my train of thought, but I like Abram, and if you say you like CGJ and you like Nasir Adderley, I'm not gonna argue against you, because we do need a free safety, and they lean more towards free safety. They've shown and played a little bit more free safety than my other 2 guys, so I get that, okay, I get that, but I'm telling you, overall safeties, I'm liking Rapp. And I'm liking Jonathan Abram because of versatility. All right. So that's what I got there. All right. Anything else you want to add there, Dave? And these are like second round, third round guys. Maybe I think Adderley. There's some talk about Adderley going first in the first round.
Yeah, I was wondering whether or not if we're gonna have another situation where there might not be a safety that goes in the first.
I'm not sold. Deontay like number 6. And I think Savage is in my 10. Savage was in my 10. I think Savage was like number 7 or 8. But I don't like Thompson, man. And I think he's hurt too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's hurt. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I think he has some kind of injury where he's not doing all the drills at the combine or something like that. Yeah, listen, you're not gonna, if you say Nasir Adderley is better than Abram, I wouldn't disagree with you, but I would just say go look at Abram's film. People buying into the hype with Adderley. I think a lot of people getting on that coattail and saying, oh, they're trying to find that small school guy that's nice. You're trying to hang your hat on a guy, but I'm telling you, go look at Abram's film. Go look at Abram's film. All right, that's all I'm saying. You go look at Abram's film and you'll be thoroughly impressed. He surprised me a lot. And I go into all my film sessions with the open mind unless you hype a dude up and it don't translate. And I think that's what happened with Adderley to me. A lot of people hyped him up and then I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it in the film. A lot of y'all be watching highlight videos and be like, oh yeah, he nice. I watched two full games of film with this dude and I didn't see it. That's just me. I'm no professional analyst either. They could be seeing something that I don't see. All right, let's move on, Dave, because we got still got a lot of stuff to cover. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the combine, some drills, what to look for, what not look for, what to not overreact about, and see what we're gonna what's the dates of the combine? When does it start? You got all the dates up there?
Yeah, I can get you the dates up. So the combine, they show up February 26th. They don't start getting into the important stuff until March 1st. Like they do, like the first 3 groups do bench presses and on the 28th of February on Thursday, but they don't start doing the workouts officially, like the on-field workouts, until Friday, March 1st. So Friday, March 1st, special teams, offensive linemen, and the running backs are doing the on-field workouts. On Saturday, March 2nd, quarterbacks, wide receivers, and tight ends are doing on-field workouts. And on Sunday, the defensive linemen and the linebackers are doing on-field workouts. And on Monday, the defensive backs are doing the workouts.
All right, so who taking Friday off? Who taking Friday off to indulge in this greatness that's about to be the NFL?
I can't take the whole day.
Combine.
I definitely might take that afternoon though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be watching. Definitely gonna be up the whole time, and I'm gonna be looking at these stats roll in. All right. So first of all, I got to give a shout out to Slim J. He posted this great article, I think from Mayock from a couple years ago, and it gives you a range of what's acceptable for certain drills. All right. So for instance, if you're running a 40-yard dash, you're a wide receiver. A great time is sub 4.4, and a terrible time, a red flag time, is around a 4.6, 4.7. Okay. So it
gotta be 4.7, right? Because Jerry Rice ran a 4.6.
Say what?
Jerry Rice ran a 4.6.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But this is a Ty McShay. So I said did I say Mayock? I meant McShay. My fault. McShay. It's from McShay. My bad. But yeah. So this is a great tool, so that when somebody runs a terrible time, you can be like, all right, this is a red flag. I'm gonna drop him off my board, or not drop him off my board, but I'm gonna demote him a little bit. So I'm gonna be using this when guys run. I'm gonna be like, where you at? Are you on the high end or the low end? And obviously the positions are noted there. Okay. So for wide receiver, for who are we looking for in the 40-yard dash to run well? Obviously you got your skill guys, the running backs, the receivers. But I think seeing the offensive line run is important too. All right. So you got some guys that can run, that can move. Like Lane Johnson ran a 4.2, which is I'm sorry, a 4.72. My bad, a 4.72. Lane Johnson ran a 4.72. My bad, a 4.72. All right, and Trent Williams also ran a 4.81. So this is the kind of stuff you're looking for when you want to look at a offensive lineman or something like that. But yeah, so I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, can't wait to see the 40 times. We all know how that rolls. But just because you're fast doesn't mean it translates. Okay, look at my boy John Ross. He's still struggling a little. I think he had a better year this year though.
Yeah, but he had more opportunity this year because of the injuries.
Yeah, exactly. So 40 times doesn't mean everything. I know a lot of people are excited about the 40 times, but speed ain't everything. Okay, speed is not everything. So let's not get too caught up.
For a corner, corners and safeties is pretty important though.
Yeah,
Dante
ran the fastest 40 last year. Yeah, Dante ran the fastest 40 last year. So, let's cornerbacks, safeties is another good position that you can look. But yeah, just keep an eye on 40s. Don't overreact to a 40 time. Okay, don't react to a 40 time. All right, so let's move on. The vertical jump. So why is the vertical jump important, dog? So you kind of want to see your receivers, your tight ends, cornerbacks, also that you all want to see them perform well in the vertical jump. It's a good judgment for lower body explosiveness and ability to create power from the ground up. Notable strong vertical jumps were Devontae Adams, who jumped a 39.5. So you can see wide receivers. If you look, he's up in this area, 39.5. Who else? Odell Beckham, 38.5. So he's in the top end. Julio Jones, 38.5. Mike Wallace actually had 40-inch vertical. From tight end perspective, Greg Olsen got ahead. Greg Olsen had a 35-inch vertical. I don't see tight ends are up here. So Greg Olsen had a 35-inch, so a little bit above average. Jimmy Graham had a 38.5-inch. So yeah, man. Yeah, dudes could jump, man. So it's important. You want to see your dudes go get the jump ball. So that's why the vertical jump is important. Important.
Well, that makes sense why defensive tackles on that list, because they could probably reject the pass if it's coming through the middle.
Yeah, exactly. It's lower body explosiveness, so you want to see your dudes be able to create from nothing. As far as explosion goes. Let's see who else. Yeah, Vernon Davis had a 42-inch vertical. Pause. 42-inch vertical in 2006, which is insane. So that is crazy. I don't know what Ian's is. I don't have it in front of me. All right. So moving on to the 20-yard shuffle. So a 20-yard shuffle is essentially how quickly you can diagnose a play. So you want to be able to stop and explode to the ball. It showcases a player's body control. So again, the GOAT Luke Kuechly ran. If you look at Luke's, he had a 4.11 20-yard shuffle, which puts him in the outstanding range. So you definitely want to look for that on the 20-yard shuffle. Let's see. I don't think I had anybody else's time here. So Luke is a beast. So you can see how that translates. Play diagnosis. How quickly you can diagnose a play and get there. That's what 20-yard shuffle is about. And obviously you can see those ranges. All right. So moving on, broad jump. Broad jump is another, especially for offensive linemen, defensive linemen, that explosiveness. Who else? Who had a good performance from the interior offensive line perspective? Jason Kelsey had a 110-inch broad jump. Let me see. Carl Nix had a 109-inch. So these dudes is not. I don't think they're up here as far as offensive interior linemen. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So these dudes are out in the outstanding area. Sheldon Richardson, he had a 116-inch broad jump from a defensive line perspective, which is crazy. Dudes is out here jumping like crazy. Gerald McCoy had a 114-inch broad jump. It's crazy, man. These dudes should be. It's explosive, man. So this is good to come back to as you're watching, so you can kind of check these out. So three cone drills. The next one's all about assessing the player ability to change directions quickly, to bend and accelerate. So we always talk about bend when we talk about the defensive end. So it's very important being able to get around that cone, as you can see in the GIF there. You see how fast he can get around that edge. Very important for defensive end outside linebackers. Even running backs too. So it's very, very important. Christian McCaffrey had a 6.57 3-cone drill. The offensive guys aren't on that, but he had 6.57, which is crazy. Le'Veon Bell had a 6.75, excuse me, which is crazy. But Bruce Irvin had a 6.79 0. So as an outside linebacker, he's
That's
like,
insane.
yeah, super quick. Von Miller had a 6'7" as well, and you know how that ended up. Demarcus Ware had a 6'8". Demarcus Ware, excuse me, had a 6'8" 3. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Dudes can move. That bend. So it has. So Sweat comes out here and lights this up, and it translates to the film. You'll see him go up. Definitely want to pay attention to the pass rushers on this drill. Big time. Big time. All right. So bench press was up next. You bench pressing 225. We see some dudes do this well. See some dudes not do this very well. Okay. But it is what it is here. Those are the ranges for the guys you want to see. Mainly for defensive guys, you want that strength. So that's it there. So I just wanted to talk about not overreacting to what you see in this at the combine, okay? Let's be very careful with not overanalyzing some of these dudes and panicking, because there's a lot of dudes that had terrible combines and still have had good careers, and there's some guys that had outstanding combine performances and didn't do crap in the league. Okay, so let's be very careful. To me, when I'm looking at it, I want to make sure that the combine performance matches up with what I see on film. Okay, that's the biggest thing for me. I'm not gonna reach for a dude that performs well on the combine just because he did the 3-cone drills especially fast. I'm not gonna panic if a dude has a bad day either. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about a couple dudes, okay, that had terrible combine performances and turned out to be okay. Okay, Orlando Brown, he was absolutely terrible. Okay, we killed this dude last year for having a terrible combine performance, but the dude's having a decent career. He's a Ravens starting right tackle. And he actually had a very good year this year. So as bad as he was, go back and look at his film at Oklahoma, because he was pretty good. Okay, he's pretty good. Sometimes you gotta trust the film. You gotta trust it. Okay, if it was bad, okay, Orlando Brown was very bad. Let's just go through what it was. He had the 3rd worst combine vertical in the last 20 years. Okay, he had the 3rd worst broad jump in the last 20 years. Okay. And he had the 8th worst 10-yard split in the last 20 years. He only had 14 reps at the bench press, and he ran a 5.85 and a 40-yard dash. Okay, this was terrible. Okay, he was terrible. He was projected as a 1st-round draft pick, and he slid. I think he slid into the 3rd. He was terrible, but he turned out to be okay. A lot of these dudes, Antonio Brown. If I read you his combine numbers, y'all would have passed on this dude. I'm not drafting this dude. But he turned out to be okay too. Okay, Antonio Brown ran a 4.56. He had 13 reps on the bench. He had a 33-inch vertical. And he ended up going in the 6th round. Okay, I mean. Jesus. Exactly. Okay, Jarvis Landry is another one. Joe Hayden. The list goes on. Okay.
Well, Jarvis was the first. Well, he was second round.
Yeah,
pick.
Joe Hayden also he got picked in the 1st round too. So he's kind of one of those anomalies where
Jarvis was a 2nd round pick, right?
Jarvis was pick number 63, so he was 2nd round. Second round, I believe. Yeah, that at the 2nd or 3rd round. But Jarvis Landry. I'm not Jarvis Landry, excuse me. Joe Hayden is a one where his combine performance didn't really affect him much. He still got picked in the 1st round. Josh Norman, we all know Josh Norman ran a terrible 40. He ran like a 4.6, but he had some game speed. Okay, he wasn't the fastest, but his game speed translated. Antonio Brown too. He's killing dudes with routes. So let's not overreact. Tom Brady looked terrible in the combine. I didn't see it. That's what the reporters are saying. He looked bad in the combine.
They had highlights.
Yeah. And so but sometimes you got to stick with the film. And a lot of these guys, their draft position was affected, but I'm sure if you knew you was going to get this Antonio Brown, you would have took him in the 1st, not the 6th. So some people, sometimes you can't panic. Okay, you can't panic. You can't panic. Okay. Don't panic. And again, just because you have a great combine doesn't mean you're gonna have a great career. Here's the following. You can look at some of these guys, especially receivers that ran a fast 40. Those guys are notorious for getting overdrafted, and people, oh yeah, he ran a 4, blah blah blah, and he's super fast, and you know he's the next such and such. But again, it doesn't translate all the time. There's a bunch of receivers up here to get overdrafted. A bunch of receivers to get overdrafted. And it doesn't translate sometimes. So there's some guys. I mean, we could take a look at what Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill ran a 4.36. What else did he have? What else did he do? No, I'm not seeing. And he ended up. He was one of my guys. He was one of my guys. I love Stephen Hill. I thought he was great. It just didn't translate. It didn't translate in NFL. I was so happy we got him on the Panthers. Never could crack the roster. Okay. Aaron Curry was another one. Great out of Wake Forest. I never forget. He was a beast. Wanted him bad. Ran a 4.6. Had 37-inch vertical. He had a great combine and just didn't translate, man. It didn't translate. It just didn't translate. So you get the point, okay? Y'all get the point. Don't overreact, all right? Don't overreact when it comes to the combine. So that's all I got, peeps. That's all we got for today. I don't think we're gonna have time. We don't have time for a mock draft. But I'm very excited for the combine. I'm definitely gonna be keeping track of the statistics. And try to correlate that. Again, you gotta correlate to the film. Trust the film. If the film looks good and he performs well, then that equates to a good pick. But I don't want us picking one of those combine performers. Okay? I don't want a combine performer. I want a guy where it translates to the film. All right. So that being said, Dave, you got anything else to add? Are you excited about the draft coming up?
Tim Tebow. Oh my God. But hey, he has a playoff win. There's a lot of quarterbacks that can't say that.
That's facts.
Like Matthew Stafford.
Boy, you right from the seat big time.
Should be good, man. I'm gonna see if I can get out of work early on Friday so I can start watching some of this stuff. Yeah,
I'll be watching. I was gonna say I do a live stream, but it ain't that serious. I'll probably come up and do like a quick video on some of the top combine performances that I like that correlate to the film. But again, I think Will Hernandez is another guy that had a good combine. He's a combine star that ended up getting drafted pretty high because of the combine performance. But then it translated too. It translated. He's playing very well for the Giants. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. Good times.
Yeah, it should be good.
Draft season is upon us. It's gonna be fun and games from here on out, man. I'm looking forward to some more Hurney moves. Might have to have an emergency episode if the moves keep coming in like they are. So I think Jared, you in love with Preston, but I think he got some background issues too. I think he had some issues with the transferring schools and all that stuff. So I don't know about Preston. I got a video lined up for him though. I'm gonna check him out. He could slide up into the top 5. I don't know yet. Dave, you got anything else, man? Are we good?
I'm good to go, my man. Let's go ahead and close this out.
All right, let's can't wait for some of these moves to start coming in, man. It's go time.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. Please subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and our YouTube channel at Panther Nation Podcast. You can also like our Facebook page at Panther Nation Podcast. While you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. And always remember, keep pounding.
Keep pounding, people. It's fun. It's fun. Make sure y'all hit that like button and all that. Again, next week we're gonna do some real. I'm gonna adjust my rankings. We're gonna talk about all the combine busts and all the surprisers, the combine surprisers, and then we're gonna do a real mock draft. I think the Draft Network's mock. Shout out to Jared. He's been championing this the Draft Network's mock draft simulator, so we'll be using that next time. Hopefully they have all the picks in there, and I'm pretty sure I trust their rankings. So that being said, we out. See y'all on the next one. It's combine season, folks.
Time to get out of here.